Two grumpy critics.
I darkened the doors of a movie theater for the first time since seeing the disaster that is The Last Jedi.
Really?
Yes. I took my Xbox controller and went to the theater to see Tomb Raider.
Oh, how about that?
Yes. And I went, full disclosure, I went because of my daughter, who is a huge Tomb Raider fan. She views Lara Croft like I viewed Luke Skywalker when I was her age.
Yeah.
I mean, Lara Croft is her hero. She has played through the Tomb Raider video games, the two reboots on the Xbox One, multiple times each. I mean, she knows the plot backward and forward. She knows the character names. She walks around talking like Lara Croft. She calls it talking British. And so she is a huge Lara Croft fan, and she just made me promise to take her to see this movie when it came out. So away we went. Now, this is the film version or the film adaptation of the 2013 video game.
Right.
So if you played the video game, you kind of know what's happening. And what's really neat is that there are certain scenes in it that are taken straight from the video game.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, graphics, I mean, the action, I mean, just the set, I mean, everything. It's like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember doing that. It's really cool. And the 2013 video game itself is a reboot of the original series, which focused on the origins of Lara Croft. So the 2013 game is like how Lara Croft became the Tomb Raider,
right?
You know, and now the title character is played by Alicia Vikander. Mm-hmm. And my daughter's review is that, quote, Alicia makes a great Lara Croft, end quote.
Oh, great.
And yeah, and I would agree with her. She does a fine job. She does many of her own stunts, and it's evident. Now, there is some pretty CGI heavy stuff in here, so you can kind of tell. You can see the seams a bit, but for the most part, she does very well, and you can tell she does a lot of her own stuff, which is nice to see. Now, just like the video game, it puts action ahead of story.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. If you want an action movie, then you're not going to be disappointed. It has the iconic climbing axe that Lara Croft uses in those video games, where you can jump across a ledge and then slam the axe into a wall or a rock wall or something and climb up with it. You can kill people with it. That's all kind of fun. Uh-huh. It also has her iconic bow and arrow that you get to use with great delight in the video games, stealthily dispatching enemies at will. And there's a lot of puzzle solving. But the one thing that I didn't like about this movie was that Lara Croft solves puzzles and doesn't share with you how she solved them. Huh. I mean, there are a couple of really key scenes in there where she has to solve a puzzle. She has to figure out how to open this giant door. And she looks at it for a minute, and she has a flashback to a little gadget that she played with. And then she looks at it again, and suddenly she's hopping up and turning dials to and fro and moving levers. And you don't really know why. So it would have been kind of neat to see how she figured that out and what the solutions to the puzzles are. So I thought that was kind of strange.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, I didn't find myself emotionally invested in the character. I didn't really care that much about her. Or any of the characters, but for an action movie, it was pretty solid. It's like Indiana Jones light. I mean, the first time you see Raiders of the Lost Ark, I mean, you care about Harrison Ford's character. You care about Indiana Jones. Yeah. And you really get invested in him emotionally. In this one, not so much. But if you're a fan of the video games and if you just want to go see a wall-to-wall action movie with lots of explosions and things like that, I think you will enjoy it.
So, what was the Junior review?
She loved it.
Great.
You know, I was telling somebody. She overheard me talking to somebody about it, and I said, "I thought it was okay. I'm not going to rush out and buy the Blu-ray." And then from the background, I hear, "I want to get out and buy the Blu-ray." So she's made up her mind, but she really enjoyed it. But I think if I were as much of a Tomb Raider fan as she was, I would have enjoyed it that much as well, because she's just all about it. And you know, when you're that age and when you're that excited about a character or a franchise, you're going to forgive the flaws.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Just like I forgave the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi when I was her age. I mean, that's just what you do, because you're all about the franchise.
Yeah, that's true. What would you score it?
3 out of 5. 3 pickaxes out of 5.
A Radio 6 international production from the USA. Copyright 2018.